Yesterday we started section 4.2, which is looking at standard form of a quadratic function. Let's put our skills to use and let's look at our notes and begin problem 1. In problem 1, we're kind of looking at a quadratic function and we want to list the vertex, axis of symmetry, whether it has a max or min, and the range. Here at the right we have the general standard form of a quadratic. Now what we learned yesterday is to find the axis of symmetry, you're going to do negative b over 2a. Once you find the axis of symmetry, you can plug that in, and that's going to give you your min-max value. Put those two numbers together, and that will give you your vertex. So you're going to do negative b over 2a, and then you're going to plug that in, and that will give you your vertex. Now how can you tell if something is a max or a min? If a is positive, it'll be a happy face, so we'll have a min. If a is negative, it'll be a sad face, and we'll have a max. The last thing there is the range. And remember, if you're a happy face, then all the numbers will be greater than or equal to your min value. If you're a sad face, then all the numbers will be less than or equal to your max value. So let's try problem 1. You may want to begin by listing your A, B, and C. Next, let's find the axis of symmetry. That means we're going to compute negative b over 2 times a. And that will give us negative 2. Next, because a is positive, we will have a min value. To find that min value, go ahead and plug in your axis of symmetry number into the original problem. Compute this and we get negative 10. Therefore, our vertex is negative 2, negative 10. So we have our axis of symmetry, our min value, our vertex, and lastly, our range. Since we are at a min, that means all numbers will be greater than or equal to negative 10. Now we can use all of this information in order to graph. Let's move to problem 2. We're going to be graphing in standard form. So the most important part of our parabola is the vertex. So the first thing we want to do is find and plot the vertex. Remember, to find it, we're going to do negative b over 2a and then plug that number in. And then just like the last section, we want to use a like slope to find the next point, and then you can reflect. So let's try that. First, let's find the vertex. We're going to compute negative b over 2a. b in this problem is 2, and a is 1. So after computing this, we get negative 1. Now let's plug negative 1 in to the original problem. Remember to carefully use your calculator. After computing this, we get 2. So our vertex is negative 1, 2, and remember our a value is the number in front of x squared, which is 1. So let's plot negative 1, 2. As a reminder, the axis of symmetry will be the dotted line going through there. Use a like slope, so we'll go up 1, always go right 1. Up 1, over 1, and reflect that point. And then you can connect your dots in a nice U-shaped curve. Now be prepared to try some more in class.